Hey, this is Fraidy Amy coming at ya. I'm sorry this is so late, guys. I'm so sorry. We had, let's call them technical difficulties, where I did like a crap load of gaming, and for some reason the sound on the recording didn't work, so you couldn't hear balls. So, let's try this again. Goliath The Soothsayer. I know a little bit about this game now because I've played quite a bit, but I've gotten nowhere near the end, so this still should be interesting, and I've waited a couple days to play it again because I didn't want it to be fresh in my mind. I wanted to have, you know, more original gameplay rather than repeat gameplay, because repeat gameplay on my face is boring as fuck. So here we go with Goliath the Soothsayer. It's Fraidy. It's Fraidy. Oh, right. Okay. Fuck. Yep. Remember this now? Remember that this is scary as motherfucker. Hell, like crazy waffle balls. So here we go. Ha. Yep. I remember this. I damn near cried. It started a week ago. My brother has been missing for the better half of a year, and we had all but given up any hope of finding him alive. It was as if he just suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth, leaving everything behind. It was decided that his affairs and finances should be handled and closed off immediately. You'll never guess which lucky sibling got that job. Initially, everything was relatively straightforward and simple. That is, until that first night in my brother's house. Strange noises and dark whispers plagued my sleep. I remember running and stumbling in my vain attempts to escape the horrors nestled deep in my dreams. And I awoke the following morning, not in the bed to which I fell victim to exhaustion, but on the cold wooden floor of the attic with no recollection of how I came to be in this room. But most disturbing of all is my only exit was mysteriously locked from the outside. I've been in this attic for days, unable to escape whatever holds me captive in this room. I can hear them in this house, in the walls and in the floors. They utter obscenities and demand reverence. I sometimes even think that I can hear my brother's voice amongst the cacophony of vitriolic abuse. So here I sit, tormented and driven to the brink of insanity, and no matter how loud I scream, the voices shriek back louder. All that I know is that I must now escape this prison and find a way to release myself and my brother's soul from the bondage of this evil. Somewhere in this house, the answer waits for me. So, yeah, where? I just realized I'm a dork and don't have my headphones plugged in. No. These would help. See these? They're ghetto and old, but they're awesome. Yes. There we go, all hooked up. I am now going deaf, but last time I played this, I remember not being able to hear. Let's play. Okay, so we're in the attic, and the sound is nice and creepy. The door is locked, and unfortunately, this is my only way out of this attic. I have to get this door open somehow. What waits for me outside this room is merely secondary to my concerns. That's odd. There's a thick line of salt on the floor here, spanning from one side of the door to the other. It's almost as if whoever placed this here did so in an attempt to create a barrier. Supernatural fans, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you know what's up. You know. Sam and Dean all over this shit. Yeah. The pocket of the sports coat is bulging. Maybe it's a good idea to check it out. Our Father, who art in heaven. Any of you that went to Catholic school, you know this. A Roman Catholic prayer card. That's unusual. I didn't know my brother was a religious person. I was always under the impression he was agnostic. Maybe he found faith before he disappeared from the face of the earth. Or maybe he found something else. Dun dun dun! I need sound effects. The urn on the floor here is empty, but it seems that it was once filled with the salt poured on the floor at the foot of the door. If I could pick the lock, it wouldn't help. The door handle freely turns. However, the door doesn't budge. I'm no handyman, but it seems to me that this side of the handle rivet is threaded and won't work. Perhaps the handle will work from the other side. Hint, hint. Mwaha. Da-da-da. Let's go this way. The drawer in this chest is currently closed. It's currently open now. Currently and empty. The drawer in this chest is currently closed. I found a crucifix. I found an old wooden crucifix in one of these drawers. Yummy! I found some rope. A dark metallic meat hook sits on the dresser. It has a loophole at one end, allowing a line to be threaded through. I don't really see a purpose in carrying this around with me at the moment. I do. You've tethered the hook to the rope. That's like all I can do from here. Okay, an old musket is racked up against the wall. Somehow I don't think it'll work as it is missing its firing hammer. So this part originally took me a really long time. I'm kind of glad I've already gone through this. You've used the rope and hook to fish for the door handle on the other side. There we go. The stairs from the attic lead downwards into darkness. You know what? It's still unsettling. I know what's happening, and it's still unsettling. It's a photo of my brother with two friends. He's the one dressed in the white shirt in the middle. It appears that this photo was taken in the Middle East, as it is marked Jerusalem 2005. The wall on the left here is cracked all the way along the length of this area. It's probably a good bet that whatever malevolent force exists in this house is responsible for this. It's a light switch, but I think it's shorted out. There might be another switch just around the corner in the hallway if my memory serves me correctly. Okay, the eerie darkness at the foot of the staircase beckons me. Yeesh. There is a room to my left, which my brother has converted to a home office. This is where I've spent most of my time arranging his affairs since I left this house. A desk computer sits in standby mode on the desk. Interesting. My brother kept an e-diary. Maybe this could give me some insight in what's going on around here. Okay, so click this. See, I need a passcode. It took me forever to figure out how to get the passcode. Well, you'll see. It was like crazy obscure. The shelves above the desk are filled with books, photos, and knickknacks seemingly from around the world. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Ooh. Murder. A murder most foul. I think that was all I found. There are more pictures here of my brother, taken of him from various famous landmarks around the world in the background. He certainly was a traveler. It's odd, though, that he's wearing white in virtually every picture. Okay, so you're beginning to get the theme of, like, dark versus light here, and, like, religion versus demon possession or demon something in the house, or, you know, evil in general. Store was open, however, the moment I got back down here, it closed by itself. Oh, I forgot how much I hate this room.
I can't diminish anymore. If I choose to dissolve in you, there's so much we can lose. Are you hearing me?
Okay, so that's all for this room. Okay, of interest. There's another strange line of salt outside the bedroom. But this barrier seems to have been broken. In any case, I don't remember this being here last time. Supernatural fans, looking at you again. Yeah, you know what that means. Okay, door leads to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom first. Bathroom has 2 wash basins, but only one has a mirror. Nothing. Just a tap. Turn the tap on. Watch what happens. Look not for what is there. Look for what is not there. It took me forever to figure this shit out, by the way. I don't remember there being anything else in here. Not that I remember. Okay, yeah. So, okay. This door leads to the master bedroom. This is where I fell asleep on the first night and woke up the next morning in the attic. I won't be making that mistake again anytime soon. Oh god, the sounds. Like, I don't know if you can hear this. There's somebody whispering. Again, this is the second time I heard it in the hallway with the light off. And it seems like the same message, but I can't fucking understand what it is. I bet you if I recorded it and played it backwards, I could figure it out. It's a bronze statue of the Hindu deity Shiva. Pick that shit up. Yeah. Switch for the bedside lamps, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I hated it the first time, didn't like it the second time. My brother's bed. Oddly enough, the bed has been neatly arranged to a 5-star hotel standards. Small piece of paper. Piece of notepad paper has been cut out in the shape of a heart and it has the word love has been scribed into it. What could this mean? Okay, you'll notice the clock here. Notice it's making no sense, right? Remember the bathroom mirror? Here's a big tip-off. Spoiler alert. Took me forever to figure this out. Look not at what's there. Look at what's not there. 1, 2, 1, 9 are the blank spaces not lit up. But yeah, now I'm gonna go. Fuckity fuckers. Okay, back into the office. Let's go. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 9. Oh, wait. Derp. Doobie doobie. Enter. Success! Awesome sauce. Okay. 12th February. After the dramas in getting from Spain across to Greece, I was quite surprised in how quickly and effortlessly the trek into the Middle East was. Of all the places in the world to literally walk into a curio shop, I never expected it to be the holy city of Jerusalem. A strange-looking gentleman picked off a suede bag from behind his counter and offered me its contents at a very generous price. 14th February continued. Examining the bag a little closer, it held a few items that instantly perked my interests. Inside I found what at first looked like a foreign board game, but upon closer inspection, it holds a lot in common with what is known in my culture as a Ouija board. Also inside was a glass divining guide for the board, religious-related paraphernalia, not just Judaism, but from a variety of different religions, and an old scroll, which, with my limited understanding of the local tongue, reads in the form of a poem. You fuckknocker. Or maybe, just maybe, there is something more to this board than I had ever hoped for. Not much information was passed on to me through this medium, only a few answers of yes and no, just a few generic and boring questions, but still exciting all the same. You're an idiot! You're an idiot! Ah! Sorry, people are dumb. Dumb. Okay, sorry. 23rd February. I received word today that Brad had been rushed to the hospital. He mentioned something along the lines of experiencing chest pains, feeling dizzy, and passing out in a public place. 27th of February. Once again, I find myself a little shaken by that board I picked up in Jerusalem. Last night I decided to play around with it again, purely out of interest to see if I could get similar results this time around. The phrase of the day is, and then some. Rather than repeated yes or no to my questions, I started getting constructed words. It was all going very pleasant at first, but what scared me away from the board was when the words, "How is Brad?" formed. Surely my subconscious at work again? Because I sure as hell didn't spell it out intentionally. You're a moron. 4th of March. As nice as it is to be home, I am not looking forward to slipping back into the habit of spending bored nights staring blankly at a TV screen. At least I have Goliath. 6th March, Goliath? Where did I get that name from? In reading over my previous entry to this diary, I made mention of that name. I can't remember where I pulled it from, but maybe it has something to do with the unusual nightmares I've been having of late. Or could I have heard the name elsewhere? In any case, it seems like an appropriate name for the spirits of the board. Speaking of, tonight may require another session to once again kill some time. I just can't deal with another episode of Dancing with the Stars. 10th of March. The rabbit hole runs deeper than I ever expected. I've been contacting Goliath fairly frequently of late. I fear that it has become somewhat of an obsession for me. But the more I use the board, the further and further I delve into its history, and the more I lose myself. The nightmares have been getting worse. I even now started to find myself sleepwalking. On the odd occasion, I would fall asleep in bed or on the couch and would wake up in the attic. Always the attic. I don't understand why. 11th March. Okay, I'm ready to burn this board. Things have suddenly turned nasty. You are mine. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I ended up deciding against destroying the board for now. However, I did discard it to the corner of the closet. Yes, I'm ready to close the book on that chapter for the time being. 26th March. Brad is dead. His mother called me today to relay the news. One moment he is walking and talking to his family, and suddenly he trips on the corner of a rug and hits his head on a granite bench top. I just don't understand. I'm absolutely devastated. He was just 28 years old. I am unsure if the distant cackling laughter I heard after receiving the news was coming from the closet or a dark corner of my mind. 30th of March. Holy crap! Brad's funeral was today. It is a sad day indeed. His whole family was there, as was our circle of friends. In talking to them all, it seems to be a streak of bad luck hitting those closest to me. Julie had a miscarriage a week ago. David broke his leg after coming off his bike. Greg and Dana are being audited by the IRS for taxation anomalies that neither were aware of. And then Brad. 2nd of April. I received a frantic phone call at 3 a.m. this morning from Kazi. At first he was talking so frantically that I had trouble understanding him, but after I managed to calm him down, he got to the reason for his call. It seems that ever since he and I spoke to the Goliath spirits in that board, strange accidents and disturbing events have plagued him and those close to him. A strange parallel to what I have been experiencing since isolating the board to the downstairs closet. Kazi implored me to take his request seriously. He apparently consulted a local medicine man and described to him what had happened when we were together in Thailand and used the board. The medicine man was very stern on what we needed to do to alleviate our circumstances. Kazi referred to the medicine, calling the board the Soothsayer. To sever our bondage to these spirits, Kazi implored me to split the board up into 7 pieces and, along with 7 religious artifacts, bury it where no one will ever find it. Finally, we get to some instructions. The medicine man also suggested that we each wear white for a year to stave off any possible residual harm that may be brought upon us. Worst case scenario, create an unbroken barrier of salt to create safe rooms in my house. Naturally, I dismissed Kazi by telling him that I would take his pleas seriously. As disturbing as this phone call was, Kazi was known for his excessive use of medicinal supplements. Let this be a warning, kids. Say no to drugs. 10th of April. Last night I dreamed again. A man, woman, and her mother fighting amongst themselves until a knife was pulled, and then I woke in a hot sweat, once again finding myself on the floor of the attic. 12th April, I received an email from Kazi asking why I hadn't destroyed the board yet. He assumed as much after his run of injuries and bad luck continued to snowball since we last spoke. He kept referring to the love, lust, murder triangle of the spirits that keep within the confines of the Soothsayer. Love, lust, murder. Okay. A context that is lost on me at the moment. This is so much reading. Things are getting intensely frightening here. Not only am I hearing and feeling strange things, I am now seeing apparitions in mirrors and in the shadows of this house. God help me. If Kazi's medicine man feels his suggestions can help me, then it is time for me to take his advice seriously. I ran full pelt into the park behind my house with shovel in hand and dug a hole deep enough that not even 100 years of natural erosion would uncover the soothsayer. Sweaty and dirty, I returned to the house to collect the infernal board. To my dismay, when it came to time to remove the board from my safe place I had hidden it, I realized that I'd forgotten and misplaced the access code. In a rage, I kicked and screamed, slamming doors in my wake. My one chance to disburden myself of the guilt, bad luck, and pain I have unleashed upon myself and my friends was gone until I could piece together the code for the safe. 28th of April! Oh, my fucking God. Here I now sit, hearing the whispers again, speaking lies, all of it lies. Goliath and the Soothsayer are not to be trusted. They may manipulate our lives or demand reverence and payment for our dabbling with the Soothsayer, but we are all empowered by our privileged existence. They could have the last shreds of my desperate sanity, but they'll never take my soul without a fight. Those words still echo in my thoughts. You are mine. Payment indeed. They are coming for me right now. I can hear their screams and demands getting louder and louder with each moment that passes. The stairs, the hallway, outside this door right now, consummate the vows of defeat. Dear God. Fucking balls. Okay. So I've gotta find this board and 7 religious articles, split the board into 7 pieces, bury it in the ground, basically? Okay. Jesus fuck, seriously. Yeah, I forgot about that. Jump scare, Jesus. Okay. Store leads to the linen closet. Store leads to the lounge room. So, yeah. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Bronze statue Buddha. Yay. Okay. Fucking balls. I wish they'd knock that shit off. There's the lust one. Antique table. Couple of pens. Ah! Number 6. There's the Shinto card. Oh, I can go over here. So, now I'm back at the point where I left off. So there's something I'm missing. I'm just not sure what it is. The urn? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna end this here because I think I've done enough for now. Mwah. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.